First, as always, I'm gonna put Fresh's food in his bowl. Pork. This. Cut up the eggs. Kind of gave him extra eggs today, so he is gaining a little weight, and I'm kind of happy when he's like substantial. I feel like maybe it's not recommended by the vet, but I feel better when he's a little bit overweight. I call it comfortable. So I kind of have my own rules to take care of my kids, my dog. That's maybe a tad bit different. When I went to the vet a while ago, she said to keep him like on a strict diet, go by like the strict rules, and he does sort of, his weight does fluctuate. So sometimes I do feed him the regulation and like a little bit less, and you know, it just depends on, I was taught actually by my dog caretaker that if they don't, like if they're not working out that day, they're not taking a long hike and stuff, like they don't need to eat that much. So sometimes like they can go a whole day with fasting. Like fasting's good for dogs. Obviously just one day. Like we're not talking about anything horrible. Or like a day of just like healthy treats or something like that. And then right now what I'm doing is substantially feeding him. So it's like a lot of eggs and bacon for breakfast, and then he has a light dinner. So all right. And for me, I have bacon, hash browns, 3 pancakes, a glass of apple juice with ketchup and Tapatio. The apple juice is pretty good. Pancakes came right out, so they should be hot. Okay, they're good. They have a little bit of light powdered sugar on top. I do like the pancakes here. I gotta slow down sometimes. I eat too fast. Ow. My nails are so sharp sometimes. Let's see if this ketchup just comes out. Or if I need the knife. I think I need the knife. See, because now I have ketchup all over my knife, and that's not good, because I don't want the ketchup on my pancakes. So, I'm just gonna have the ketchup, and then I like Tapatio. I'm just gonna sprinkle it on the hash browns. Do you guys like hot sauce? What's your favorite hot sauce? Mine's probably sriracha, but I like Tapatio. don't know, Alyssa. What is this stream about? What's going on, guys? I missed it. What are we talking about? I'm a Palladian. Everything's fake, and I think I'm on the Palladian ship. What did you guys do last night? Am I allowed to sit around the house and literally do nothing so they know everything's fake now? And just use Palladian magic? To just rule my life? I just have to say, oh, hey, Alyssa, right? What's going on, guys? I totally missed it. I'm totally not listening over walls. I'm totally an idiot. I have no idea about checking consciousness in people to see if there's any consciousness for me there. What's going on, guys? I have no idea what I'm doing. Check it out. The Palladian ship revises everything every single night as if nothing happened. And then you do it all again the next day. Try to believe you don't need money. Try to believe you don't need money. I mean, if you sit at home at your house all day and you don't go to work and don't do anything, and you just rely on the Palladian ships in the sky, you probably don't need money. What's going on, guys? What's this stream about? Never heard Alyssa? Never heard of her. Is she an influencer? No, I must live under a rock. I've never heard of space codes in my life. I only rely on the Palladian ships to get me through the night. Is Alyssa related to the Palladian ships? I think they're the Palladian ships. I think I told myself. You know who scares me? That bitch. Who walks into every conversation like she's not listening over walls, and she's not talking to occultists every single day of her life in her own fucking head. And then she walks up and she acts like she has no idea what's going on. She's clueless. That's the bitch who scares me. The space denier. Oh my god, no, Alyssa, I've never heard of her. No, I don't think they can prove it from a ship, obviously. It's not linked to 3D space yet, so I think I'm kind of safe. Okay? They don't know their space capacity. Leave me alone. I can act dumb all I want. How do I know? How do I know I'm just not having a bad dream? I think it's just a bad dream. I don't think I'm stealing Palladian technology. I don't believe in Palladians. It's just people. I don't believe in aliens. So how do I know? I need my hot tea. This is really good though. And the hash brown sold it for me today. I'm so glad they had hash browns today. I like their pancakes. I like their waffles. I like their French toast. I like all three of them. I have no idea. I'm definitely not using millions and billions of dollars of Palladian technology against my own will. I've never seen an alien in my life. Yeah, of course. I dream. I still dream. I have dreams. How do I know that? I don't believe in aliens. Okay, I only believe in people. Sometimes I do talk to myself. Maybe I'm a little weird. I'm a little quirky. Okay, maybe sometimes, I walk into a meeting and we're having similar thoughts because of quantum science. Like that's, you know, kind of stuff happens. Doesn't mean I'm listening over walls. What the fuck is listening over walls? It sounds like a kooky idea. Is that like a new age idea? I'm not into new age. I'm a Christian. I'm saved. I'm born again. I go to church every single Sunday with my entire family. I'm a fucking Christian. Okay? I do believe in quantum science. Okay? So sometimes, we're thinking the same thoughts at the same time, but how am I supposed to know that walking into a meeting or, a group gathering where you're all talking? How am I supposed to know that? Aren't I allowed to ask what's going on? Do I have to be psychic at all times? I'm talking to myself sometimes in my head. Isn't that normal? Do you talk to yourself in your head? Or are you one of those feelers that just feels things in your head? I've heard of that. Isn't that like synesthesia or something? Alyssa, are you upset? You seem upset. Is something wrong? Do you need to go to HR and like let it off your chest? Do we need to hire like a corporate therapy like person like that does like 15 minutes? You seem upset, Alyssa. You seem upset. A Christian? Really? Kris Jenner, you're a Christian now? You're born again? You're saved? Really? Quantum science, Alyssa? Really? Our thoughts link up once in a while? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking with me right now? Anyway, do you guys like the loose collar? I noticed that like a couple of like cool people, like on Instagram or something, or maybe a movie I was watching, they had like the loose collar. Do you guys like it? Is it like a look? Is it like giving? Or is it like giving like unprofessional hobo? Like, just be honest. Like, what is it giving? Thoughts of the day. Do you guys like crock pot meals? Are you into a crock pot meal? I'm kind of worried about high fashion because they're probably having 70s flashbacks that are kind of making them black out at work. Because I had those, I had 70s flashbacks when I was in New Jersey from the high fashion world in New York City. And yeah, it was really scary. It was like literally like illegal sex, drugs, and rock and roll like ruled the fashion elite in the 70s. And like if you were anything about the New World Order or Hail Alyssa, like they would freak the fuck out. They would like literally they would like press this button and make the alarm go off. So I think like that's like where like the alarm like if anything's about to happen to me, if anything like crazy, terrible, or bad is about to happen to me, it makes the alarm go off because I'm the royal princess. And Alyssa likes to play dumb, like she doesn't know that, which is insane. And because she only believes in people, there's no New World Order, and she's allowed to just like talk shit about her husband and whatever. Anyway, um, so like the high fashion elite in the 70s was like majorly gung ho about very illegal activities that people did not like a lot of like black web, black market, like illegal activity. And if anybody called them out on it, like they would set off the alarm. Like they would like they were like so into their paranoia, they would like literally like set off like an actual alarm. Like their paranoia was like that great. But then came the 80s. I don't know if there's actual like documentation and stuff. These are actually my memories from being like a high fashion model in the 70s, as a member of my own family. So I was probably a Nordstrom. You know what I mean? Who was I? I was probably a Nordstrom. Who was I? Wasn't there a Hemingway? There's a high fashion model. And I always literally loved my dad, so I might have been a Hemingway. I might have been a Nordstrom. Um, one of those. One of those high fashion elite women. Bridget Fonda. I crack myself up sometimes. Isn't Jamie Lee Curtis a Fonda? Isn't she? Um, and then she has a sister that looks like my mom. So it's like we're all kind of like the same family. We all kind of like look alike. I just like look like a little bit like cuter. Like I look like cuter than um like I'm cuter, and then like some of them are like prettier, like more gorgeous. Like some of them are like, sleeker. Um Unique looking. I don't know. They're all different types or whatever. Um, so, um, so yeah, so it was like super paranoia land. Like if you're on crack cocaine and you're like running like a fashion model office, you're probably a little bit paranoid and you're around illegal black market activities all day long. Like they used to black market the shit out of kids in the 70s. They used to black market the shit out of the kids. So like the elite kids, like the supermodels kids, they were definitely black marketing their babies back then. Like just have a baby and like they must have had like sisters. You know what I mean? So like they had like the high model priestess or whatever that would like walk the runway, and then they would have like sisters and they'd be like, "Oh, I really like this model." And then the sister would get pregnant, and then the sister would sell her baby, right, to the elites in New York on the black market or whatever, like illegal child sales. Like it's illegal to sell a child, right? But all that shit happened in New York in the 70s. So I kind of want to talk about it a little bit to take the edge off of the high fashion industry. It's not just Marc Jacobs and my grandmother, but just kind of want to take the edge off a little bit. Like, yeah, you're not crazy. And then it went out because there was a lot of cheese in New York. You know what I mean? There was a lot of cheese. There's a lot of cheddar. Then they used to call it that, cheddar. There was a lot of cheddar in New York. So, obviously, I grew up in New Jersey, an hour away from New York. And I was born in 1980. So you can do the math there. It ain't that far of a stretch. And we're Italian. And our last name is Soprano. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, you kind of know what's going on. Like, am I implementing my grandfather? Absolutely not. His name is Tony Soprano, motherfuckers, and we owned a bocce ball club that got shut down for illegal activity. Okay, it's not a joke, but I'm not implementing my goddamn grandfather. Rest his soul, rest in peace, Tony. But hey, Fresh, stop it. He was a gambler. He was a gambling man. Atlantic City, here he comes. And he probably gambled away and won his life savings back 4 or 5 times over. All right? I'm just saying, when you're a soprano, you know what's going on, okay? That's what I'm saying. They didn't feature me. They didn't feature me correctly in The Sopranos. You know who I was in The Sopranos. Unfortunately, I'm not my sister Meadow. But they didn't feature me correctly in the. Maybe they didn't. I gotta watch it again. God rest my goddamn soul if I gotta watch the goddamn Sopranos one more fucking time. Okay, you know, it's like watching Fashion Runway bullshit. I can't watch it. So it's the same thing for me. I fucking can't get that fucking Fashion Runway out of my fucking face. I'm not at work right now. I don't want to fucking see it.